Hi guys, good morning. It's Rachel. Today is November 23rd. It's the 23rd of November. And it's currently 8 degrees outside. And look at this, guys. Look at how intense the rain is here in Vancouver. So yes, this is what most people warn you guys about of the weather here. And as of late, it's been happening quite a lot this week. But there's the occasional sunshine and then rain. So I think it's tolerable. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how wet it is here and how gloomy it does get. But I mean, for me, it's like the perfect opportunity to work because I like being productive in this kind of weather. Yeah, we're on our way to SFU now to work on another video, and we'll take you along for the ride. So hope you guys enjoy.
Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be about another case study of an international student that got removed from Canada. I made this video because I really want to emphasize the importance of following protocols as an international student in Canada, no matter what your circumstances are, because if you breach your conditions, it can go as far as being removed from Canada. By the way, if you do like this video or if you want me to cover another topic, let me know in the comments section below, as I really appreciate your input, and of course your suggestions will help me further my channel. First, it was stated that the applicant was originally from Ivory Coast and came to Canada in 2012 for a study permit. He also brought his wife with him on an open work permit. He began his studies at the University of Montreal, and then he transferred to Laval University. This guy renewed his study permit several times, and well, his last study permit was valid until August 31st of 2019. This is an important date, so take note of this, guys. His father paid for his tuition and living expenses, but unfortunately passed away. After his father's passing, he was unable to pay for the remainder of his tuition fees and hence did not enroll in the fall semester of 2017. So, after dropping out of school, he started working and began working full-time in May of 2018. That same year, his wife also had to return back to their home country in order to attend her mother's funeral. And while his wife was away, she also suffered a miscarriage. After these devastating events, he was the sole breadwinner and continued to work full-time in order to pay his living expenses, medical costs, travel costs, and funeral costs. In November 2018, he applied for a work permit under the destitute student category. But unfortunately, in Feb of 2019, he was refused because he did not have an LMIA. So an LMIA here is a employer-sponsored work permit. Remember, his work permit was refused on Feb 2019, but he still had a valid study permit until August 2019, which means he can continue to be a full-time student. However, he was unable to afford his education because, mind you guys, international students pay 3 times more than domestic students, and because of that, he continued to work full-time. Sometime afterwards, he received what is called an exclusion order. This is one of the 3 types of a removal order, and basically it is an order that requests you to leave Canada. his removal order outlined the following. 1. He is neither a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada. 2nd, he was admitted to Canada as a student, but he failed to comply with the conditions stated on his study permit because, well, he abandoned his studies. 4th, he worked full-time illegally between May 2018 to July 2019. And well, after he received this removal order, he tried to appeal the decision at the federal court. At the federal court, during his appeal, a decision was made, and unfortunately, the judge agreed with the immigration officer, upheld the removal order, and still he was asked to leave Canada. Here are the reasons for his removal. The judge did agree that his father's passing seems to meet the definition of a temporary destitute. However, the judge said that he should have raised this issue after his work permit got refused and not when he was ordered to leave Canada, because it was between these two periods when he failed to comply with his study permit conditions. And because of that, the judge said that it was completely reasonable for the immigration officer to issue him a removal order. So with this story, here are my takeaway points. First, the guy clearly had very sympathetic points in his case. I mean, if I were in his position, I would be devastated. You know, like his father passed away, his wife had to leave in order to attend her mother's funeral and also suffered a miscarriage along the way, and he had to cover his living expenses, the medical costs, travel costs, and funeral costs. I mean, it's quite understandable if he is not in the proper mental state to continue his studies, because, I mean, who would? What's worse is that aside from his mental state, you know, his financial state would not allow him to continue his full-time studies. So basically, this is like a I'm caught in the middle type of situation. He is not able to study because of finances, but he is also not allowed to work full-time as a full-time student. And with that, he had to make a difficult choice, which was to work illegally. But in making this choice, he was ordered to leave Canada. And that's, you know, that's how do you deal with that kind of pain? After reading this case, you know, I realized how strict Canada is with the law, especially when it comes to breaching your study permit conditions. The judge basically looked at the breach and applied the law strictly. You know, I really feel bad for the guy, and I do hope that he finds the strength and determination to carry forward after this. So guys, please, please, please abide by your study permit conditions. Don't work more than 20 hours per week as an international full-time student here in Canada. And guys, if you were to put it in perspective, like what's that 1 hour or 4 hours extra time if it's at the cost of you leaving the country, probably even indefinitely? Yes, you do make a couple bucks, but if it's at the expense of losing your chances to permanently stay in Canada, is it really worth it? I'm sorry if I sound very strict on this matter, but of course I do have your best interest at heart, which is why I'm warning you beforehand. So to avoid getting into any kind of trouble, just follow the conditions stated on your study permit, and you know, you'll be just fine. Next, if your financial circumstances change, it may be best to take a break from your studies and reassess your situation. Especially if you are in a financial pinch and need to apply for a work permit, you know, it may be better to seek legal help for that matter. And again, I know that the thought sounds very contradicting, like how can I hire legal help when I don't have the finances? And I do understand that some of you may not have the finances to hire one, but do consider saving up for it, because it is a much better option to go through that route than to receive a removal order to leave Canada. I tend to look at it this way. obtaining legal advice from a lawyer at a nominal cost outweighs the cost of being ordered to leave Canada. Especially in situations like this, seeking advice from an immigration lawyer may help you figure out your options. Once you know your legal options, you can make an informed decision in accordance with the law. Anyway guys, that's it. That's all I have for today. For those that made it far in this video, thank you for your time and for your support. Anyway guys, take care. I hope that you're all safe and dry. And well, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.